Yo, what is good YouTube? What's up PlayStation Nation? Jay Barry here, and I'm back with another video here to talk about some Tekken 8. So got into the Tekken 8 closed beta test. Shout out to the homie Wolf Gang Mishima for the code. So that guarantees me, this prior weekend and the next weekend to play Tekken 8. So I'm going to be giving my impressions here on Tekken 8 and just my thoughts and everything that goes on when it comes to this game. I'm going to be showcasing matches right from the beginning of me playing the beta and up until like the end from the stuff that I got to save. You know what I mean? There's one match where I got promoted up to the warrior rank, but it didn't save because the game crashed. But it still had my promotion when I went in there. But overall, yeah, I'm just going to give my impressions with Tekken. I was playing Jun, so I'm playing Jun Kazama. This is my first time playing this character. I had no idea what I'm doing. So like I said, the first couple of matches that you're gonna be seeing here in this gameplay, you're gonna be like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I was letting these Brian and these Howran players just destroy me. You know what I mean? I was in a beta, but it was a fun process learning a new character for me, man. Because when it comes to Tekken, typically I'm playing either like Steve Fox, Jin, Julia. Especially when it came to Tekken 7, I was playing Steve, I was playing Julia, Leroy, and Leo. Those characters. So Jin, I gravitated to not Jin. I gravitated to Jun because, like I said, my first time wanted to play the character, and I felt like she looked pretty dope. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, this character looks pretty cool from the trailer. I think I'm interested in playing this character. I'm going to play it for the first time, and that was the growing pains here with this with this beta. You know what I mean? So let's get into it and let's talk about the beta, man. So couple of things is different here in Tekken. As you can see, the interface is a little bit different. There's an extra like bar going on there, or gauge, where now they have something called the heat system. And with the heat system, I was learning throughout the beta, like the characters, the heat system applies like different effects to them. You know what I mean? Like they gain certain abilities and things like that as they get heat, or they within the heat state. You can cash out of the heat state by doing like a special move with R1 or whatnot, and that does a whole bunch of chip damage, especially for like Jun. Her thing is really good because it's really far. But one thing I learned later in the beta with the heat gauge from her is that all the moves that does like the little light moves, the little pills of light, it typically would take away her health, in the game. But when she's in heat mode, it doesn't do that. It doesn't take away her health. She can just be aggressive with it. So I was like, oh, okay. So the moves that I was doing here, just to try to keep my advantage in the heat mode, I can kind of like abuse it a little bit. You know what I mean? I can't get predictable, but you can get abused. You can abuse it a little bit. So that's definitely something I was learning about with heat mode. The chip though in heat mode does do a lot. It does do a lot of chip damage when you are in heat mode, and I was like, damn, there was certain matches that you play, characters is going to heat mode that's chipping you out, and you know what I mean. I was just like, yo, how did I lose so much health? You can regain some of that health when you are attacking. So I definitely see the whole aggression standpoint that they made during the dev talks and all that stuff, because yeah, Tekken 7 is Tekken 8 is a lot more aggressive than Tekken 8, just due to the heat system and the heat mode and all that stuff. But I do like the fact that you can recover some of that chip damage, so it's like white health kind of thing. And if you're constantly on the aggression, you can gain a lot of that stuff. You can gain a lot of your health back, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying that a lot. So yeah, the heat mode I think is a big change in Tekken. But I do enjoy it, and you can also keep it's like a free mix up. Once you get like a successful hit on the heat mode activation or engagers or whatnot, you pretty much have like a free mix-up. Like it's not something that is like guaranteed, because they can block it, you know, they can tech the throws and whatnot. But overall, it's a nice tool to just keep on being aggressive. One thing I did hate about Tekken 8 beta is, as you can see right here, is this easy mode that they put into this game where you can just enable it right away. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think people enable it without them even knowing, because it's automatically defaulted to the L1 button on your controller or fight stick. And sometimes I think people probably just pressed it because they thinking they want to do like a 1+1, or I mean 1+2, or a 3+4 type of macro, but it's not. It's this easy mode thing, and I don't get the necessary need for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get the need for having something like that. It's still, without it, you still have easy access to like the heat smash move. You know what I mean? If you want to set that macro up to like, you know, R1 or whatnot. The power crush stuff is kind of cheap, because especially like characters like Howrang, for some strange reason I ran into the Howrang characters or players the most that were using this this easy combo thing. And there's times where, you know, people get desperate, they don't want to lose, and they quickly just enable it, you know what I mean, to start spamming, pressing buttons and whatnot. And, you know, learning a character, you know, you had to go through the growing pains of dealing with that stuff. You know what I mean? So I was just like, yo, man, I'm trying to learn this character, and people out here just like using this easy mode, just turning it on because they're scared they're gonna lose or whatnot. And I'm just like, damn, that kind of sucks, man. That kind of sucks. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that fighting games are putting in these easy modes within the game. Look at that. This he didn't do that combo himself. You know what I mean? This guy's probably like, yo, man, this what I did was amazing. He ain't do none of this. Look, low attack. You get easy access to hell sweep. It's like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing here, Tekken, man? And the fact that you can just enable it right in match is just like a no-go for me. Like, come on, man. There's characters or players that I play where they will launch me up, and then they will activate that easy mode because I guess they don't know the combo or whatnot, and they get a free combo. Like, what? What are we doing? You know what I mean? What are we doing, man? I get it, but yo, stuff like that, I feel like it's not necessary in rank. Do not put this stuff in rank, because especially when you're playing for points, you get, you know, climbing up the ranks, and you start, you know, accumulating more points, and then if you do lose, start losing points. Yeah, people take that stuff a little bit more seriously, and you're incorporating these things within rank mode, which in my opinion is just like unnecessary. You know what I mean? It's very, very unnecessary. And this I think this match right here, I think I even pressed the little easy access thing by accident. You know what I mean? Because I was just like, wait, because at this moment in time, I didn't know how it was being displayed. Like, I'm like, is it displayed on my end, or let me activate to see if it comes up on my end? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was doing at that moment. I was like, damn, this is crazy. But yeah, I don't think this stuff is necessary for, you know, rank mode. Put that stuff in casual play, the lobbies, all that stuff. But you know what I mean? Or if it's gonna be in rank, make us filter that stuff. You know what I mean? If we want to play against everybody, have it so. If we want to play against people that are just on LAN connection, have it so. There was a lot of Wi-Fi connections within this game. A lot of people play on Wi-Fi. I'm not even surprised by that. You know what I mean? I do think more people play fighting games on Wi-Fi more than on, you know, on a wired connection. But there were some really, really good ones, and then there were some really, really like bad ones, because, you know, during this closed beta test, there was a lot of like Europeans, you know, type of players, which is great, you know, Asian players, because the time zones is different as far as, you know, how many people got access to the beta and all that stuff. So I don't have no issue with that, especially testing the rollback. But there were moments where, you know, regardless, you know, how far the person were, or depending on how far the person were, yeah, you definitely felt like some delay frames, even if there's rollback. Like this match right here felt really great. You know what I mean? Whoever this connection, it was a Wi-Fi connection, but it felt amazing, you know, to be honest with you. But there were some that was just really, really bad. And I was like, ugh, come on, man, let's get this together. But overall, when it comes to the netcode, I feel like the netcode is pretty good in the game. There was like some noticeably bad connections. You know, rollback is not going to save bad connections. You know what I mean? But there were a lot of really good ones, in my opinion, from what I played. So, good, great, big shout out to Bandai for that, because I felt like this netcode was much better than 7's netcode. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, going through, I probably played about like 8 hours of the beta. You know what I mean? And yeah, overall netcode, it was pretty good. I can't really complain about it, but yeah, the Wi-Fi connections, oh man, some of them was really, really bad. But yeah, like I said, a lot of the stuff I'm doing here is just random. I'm over here doing panic rage arts, you know what I mean? Like, but overall, the gameplay is going to improve. Like I said, I'm going to be uploading a lot of gameplay, showcasing some of that. Some of them was really, really good sets. Even some of the losses, you know what I mean? I'm going to upload those, like some of the losses that I had. But the matches were pretty good, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Coming from, you know, a Tekken scrub, you know what I mean? So, I had a lot of fun playing the game and learning Jun. So yeah, Jun, the character, I really enjoy her a lot. I do think she has some really good buttons. I started learning some of her mix-up stuff, or I don't know if this is like real mix-ups. You know what I mean? This is stuff that I was just like, okay, this is kind of working here. You know what I mean? Where I got like a high-low setup here where I'm trying to condition them. Like, okay, you're blocking the mids here, but now I'm going to mix it with this low. And from her lows, she can convert pretty well. You know what I mean? Where that's one thing I like about Julia is that Julia lows are like pretty godlike in my opinion, and can just convert, you know, pretty easily from it. And I got that sense with Jun as well, like with some of her lows. There's a lot of buttons that, you know, I was just like, damn, you know what I mean? Why wasn't I you know, using these buttons? You know, because I really, throughout my time, I wasn't really like looking at the command lists. I wasn't really looking at like you know, sample combos until like later, like the second day of the beta, like later on Saturday. That's when I started looking at some of that stuff. I was like, oh, I should have looked at that from the start. You know what I mean? I was just trying to get into a match, play some games, and, you know what I mean, let's see how I feel about the game and the character and all that. But overall, I was just like, oh, I should have did this way earlier, because I'm having way more fun, you know, now that I know certain mechanics and know how the character can play, how the character can get into, you know, heat mode with the heat engagers. You know, I was having way more fun with that knowledge in back of my head. And yeah, some of her heat engager stuff is pretty good. I like the sidestep. I think it's sidestep 4, where she can get into heat pretty easily with that. She has another one where you press like forward 2, and then you press 1+2, and then from there you press, you know, her hold the forward again, and she can go into heat engager from there. That one is really good because like she gets another free mix-up from that. Because that move in itself, even if it's blocked, is like a good, you know, she's pretty plus there. But once you go into the heat engager with it, it's just like, oh yeah, I got another little mix-up from it. And then, oh yeah, she got some really cheap stuff too. So her thing is like, yo, she uses her life force with the pillars of light, you know what I mean, for damage and like, you know, I guess to, you know, keep plus frames or whatnot. But she also have like different stances where if you press like back 1+2, she does like this pillar of light stance, and she heals herself as she holds it. So there's times where, you know, people will be sitting back and I'm just like just healing myself as I'm like, okay, just stay back, you know what I mean? I heal up a little bit here, and then, you know, she can go from, you know, different little attacks from it. She has this other you know, manual stance too, where you press I think it's forward and 3+4, and she does like another stance where she get other little stuff from it. You know, you can get into those stance like auto-wise, doing certain combos or whatnot. But yeah, I like her a lot, man. She's pretty cool. Here I'm just like testing a lot of stuff because I went into like training You know, I went into the sample combo stuff and how to get in the heat engager here. So I'm just like testing a lot of this stuff here. So, but yeah, overall, I really like her a lot. I really like June. I think she's pretty good. I think I will main her going into Tekken 8. You know what I mean? If Julia or Steve is not announced, but I think Steve is probably going to be a safe bet. I will main June. Most likely, I'll probably just main her because I really enjoy my time with her. Like even in the second weekend, I feel like I want to go into and play her and play her more because this now that the beta's over. There's times like yesterday, I was watching some stuff, learn about her. I was like, oh, okay. I did not know this. You know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy. I did not know this worked here. So, you know, I definitely want to try it now in the second weekend or whatnot. But yeah, Tekken 8 I think is a lot of fun. I think the netcode can use a little bit more work and a little bit more filtering. I do think that the easy combo stuff, which really and truly when I leveled up more in the rank, you know, I got less off that stuff. But overall, this thing is not necessary. You know what I mean? The ranking system is much is lessened from Tekken 7. I think Tekken 7 had way more like ranks to get promoted to. And the ranking system, you know, I guess they're doing this easy ranking system where you don't really lose points in the beginning levels of rank. So regardless of like some of the losses that you was taking, you wasn't losing any rank. That's why I was kind of like confused on how people are like rage quitting. You know what I mean? During the beta, I was like, why are you rage quitting, man? Like you're not even losing no points. You know what I mean? And none of this shit matters. Like you're gonna lose it anyway when the game come out. You know what I mean? So I was confused by some of that stuff, man. But yeah, at the end of the day, I had a lot of fun with it. I love the music as well. I think the music is amazing. It got me hyped as I'm playing. And you can see some of the lag spikes here during the match, right? You can definitely see it playing against some of these Wi-Fi players. But yeah, Tekken 8 I think it's in a good spot though. It's in a good spot. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna attract a lot of new players, and I'm all for it, man. I think it's gonna be a great game, man. But yeah, that's my basic impressions. I know I ain't going crazy in the technical jargon and all that stuff, but that's just how I felt just playing the beta. Like I said, I have a whole bunch of other matches that I'm gonna be uploading here on the channel, which I think these are pretty good sets. I might just separate them a little bit, but yeah, I think they were pretty fun sets, and hopefully you guys enjoy those. And if you guys want to see more Tekken 8 content, you know, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section, and I definitely deliver that stuff. You know what I mean? So this weekend we're gonna have our Street Fighter 6 World Warriors 1 tournament. So if you guys looking for a great Street Fighter tournament to watch, definitely tune in for the online arcade Street Fighter 6 World Warriors 1. It's gonna be a fun one, man. And also that's gonna be my birthday tournament as well. So hopefully you guys come on through, show some support, and you know, just come out and rock with us when it comes to, you know, just doing this tournament. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys at the next one, man. It's your boy Jay Bari, and enjoy the rest of the matches, man. I'm gonna have like probably like 2 more matches being uploaded here or shown in this video, where you guys are gonna watch it. That's no commentary, that's these matches, man. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later, man. Deuces.
大事な人を守るために